Hello, Elgin. Welcome to the July edition of Lalley in the Valley. I'm Chief Lalley here with our crime analyst, Ryan.
Thank you.
So how are you doing, Ryan?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
Good, doing well. So we're here to talk about July, what happened in July here in Elgin, and to give our community some information about some of the crime trends and our crime stats. So starting off, so our Group A offenses, which for those of you who watch the show regularly, those are the most serious offenses. So our Group A offenses, we are down 14% from where we were this time last year. So last year we were at 3,028 offenses, and this year we're at 2,618. So that's a 14% decrease. Our Group B offenses, we are actually up 2% in our Group B offenses. We were at 2468 last year, and we are at 2525 this year. So that 2% increase, and one thing to mention in those Group B offenses is, as I think we've talked about before, that category also includes the offense of driving under the influence. And so we were at 213 of those type of offenses, driving under the influence, in 2020. And we're at 287. So there's a 35% increase with driving under the influence. And those are obviously proactive measures taken by police officers if they see a vehicle on the road or if we're given information. So sometimes in that Group B category, you will see these spikes, and some of it may be attributed to some proactive activity by the officers. But overall, between our Group A offenses, which are the most serious, and our Group B offenses, we are down 6% from where we were last year. So combined, we had 5,496 offenses, A and B together, and this year we're at 5,143. So that's a 6% decrease. And again, it's important that when we put our crime stats out on our transparency site, that it's there for everyone to see, that you're able to really take a look at the certain categories and dissect the certain information, because sometimes just giving numbers, we need to put some context around that. So, Ryan, what are some of the trends that you've been seeing over the past month?
Sure. So some of the couple highlights that I've seen so far. Let's talk a little bit about our assaults. Our simple assaults have actually been down, and simple assaults, those include things where like a weapon was not involved or the injury sustained was not serious. Conversely, our aggravated assaults, while July year to date, 2021, there's been no change to 2020 year to date. It does look like there's been an increase over the last 3 years. And it also seems to correspond with the increase we've been seeing in weapons law violations.
Yeah, and I just wanted to touch on that too. So we have had 38 incidents this year, total gunfire incidents, and that's inclusive of just if officers are sent to a shots fired call where we recover evidence, or if a person is struck. Out of those 38 incidents, we've had 6 gunshot victims. Out of those 38 incidents, we've also closed 8 of those cases with 6 arrests, and we've had a total of 49 firearms that are seized year to date. So all that information is on our transparency site. It's in real time. It allows the community to see where is the department at with certain cases, but that increase that we do see in our weapon law violations is clearly tied to our gunfire incidents that we've had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're also seeing decreases across the board as well. So burglaries, kidnappings, larceny thefts, robberies, those are all down over the last 5 years as well.
Okay, so any other trends that you're noticing? I noticed also too that we were having a spike in our financial part of the offenses, and again that was tied to some financial crimes that were happening through people, calling and taking other people's identities. So I noticed that that's gone down this past month too as well.
Yeah, definitely. And that big spike was happening in late 2020, early this year. And those offenses have dropped back down to our more or less normal levels that we see over the last 5 years. So it looks like our fraud cases are back down from that giant spike that we had earlier this year.
Got it. Okay, well, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate the overviews and the trends. And It's important, Elgin, that you, if you have any questions regarding the crime stats, we do this every month, so it's a continuous conversation to ensure that things that we're seeing, adjusting some of our strategies, keeping the community informed. And again, every month when we're here, we're making sure to give the highlights. There's a lot of information that's included in our crime stats that are on our transparency site. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us so that we can answer those questions for you. And that pretty much wraps up the Lalley in the Valley edition for July. So Ryan, I'll see you next month. And Elgin, make sure that you stay safe, you stay connected, and you stay engaged. Have a great day.